Hey guys, Mike Rodriguez here. You're watching another epic episode of WWE Aftershock. We're talking about all the cool pay-per-views. Now we're going to talk about Hell in a Cell. That finally ended two big feuds. The Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns feud and the Undertaker with Brock Lesnar. So let's get this started now. So the first match we had for the whole pre-show kickoff thing, whatever you want to call it, it was a 3-on-3 like triple tag team match here. It was the team of Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, and Neville against Rusev, Sheamus, and King Barrett. And one of the most noticeable things was in the audience there. Stardust was there with the Ascension, and Stardust actually had like black and white makeup, and he had the Ascension towel spikes, I guess, to kind of match or whatever. And yeah, I was expecting him to jump in and attack Neville anytime, either during the match to cost him the match or at the end after they won or whatever, but no, they never jumped in. So yes, the good guys did win this match. One thing that was noticeable was that Cesaro basically cleaned house. Once they tagged him in, he beat the living crap out of his opponent. He jumped out of the ring and gave running uppercuts to the other two guys. I mean, he basically took them all on, by himself there. And you had the match, I believe it was King Barrett that was the unlucky one. He got a kick to the face by Dolph Ziggler. Cesaro span around a lot more times than usual. And then Neville did the red arrow on him, and bam, he's done. And the good guys won. And like I said, it was surprising that Stardust did not interfere, but I guess he's still targeting Neville. We'll see how that goes. So now for the actual pay-per-view, the actual Hell in a Cell, the first thing was John Cena U.S. Open Challenge. If you guys have been watching Raw, he always challenges people to come, fight for the title. And it's also a surprise. You never know who's going to come up or who's it going to be. And me and my friends were all like texting each other, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. And I thought it could have been either Dean Ambrose because he had no specific match for this pay-per-view, or it could have been Chris Jericho because lately he likes to cameo on these pay-per-views instead of like being on Raw or SmackDown. But no. The guy in the wheelchair, not a wheelchair, like a motorized chair came out. The guy who always supports, I don't know his name, I'm sorry, but the guy who's always like the manager for Jack Swagger came out, and they started playing the Jack Swagger theme song, and I was kind of like, oh, come on, Jack Swagger, really? Like, I just, like if they're going to do a pay-per-view, have someone that looks like he could beat Cena, and I don't really see Jack Swagger as someone that could do the job, But no, surprisingly, Alberto Del Rio came out instead, and, yeah, he fought Cena. It was a pretty good match. Pretty short match, though. I'm surprised it was so short, though. Cena was on his knees, and then Alberto Del Rio did a hell of a kick that, you can almost see his head snap back with impact, pinned him down, wins, bam. Alberto Del Rio, the brand new U.S. champion, and again, I'm surprised that Cena didn't kick out and, give us another 10 or so minutes worth of match or something. So I'm surprised it was so short, though, so quick. So, yeah, there you go. Goodbye, Cena. And then we had the big one here, one of the big ones. It was Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt in the Hell in a Cell. And I was always wondering to myself, what's the difference between this and the regular steel cage match? And also the difference is that in the steel cage match, the whole thing is either you gotta pin them down or you gotta climb out and win. Whoever climbs out or gets through the door, whatever, wins. In this one, there's no escape. It's just survive. Just pin the other guy until you finally survive. You can cheat and use weapons and whatever. So it's like you're in there. It's not escaping the cage, So yeah, they fought it out. Bray Wyatt got some kendo sticks from under the mat, started beating the crap out of Roman Reigns with them and everything. Roman Reigns turned a table on him, got some chair shots, there was some table action there, and yeah, it got pretty intense. It got really, really intense there. And one thing that was pretty bad there was that near the end of the match, Bray Wyatt had these two kendo sticks set up and top of the turnbuckles and all that stuff. And I guess the intention was to slam Roman Reigns into him like neck first, get that injury to the neck, and that's pretty, that's pretty intense stuff. But luckily, Roman Reigns was able to reverse it and throw Bray Wyatt against them. And I think that was the time when Bray Wyatt tried to do the Sister Abigail, but somehow Roman Reigns managed to twist out and get out of the way and still take him down and pin him down. So finally, Roman Reigns won. And Bray Wyatt, lost already. And the good thing about this being a steel cage match is that it was straight up one-on-one. There was no way that the Bray Wyatt's family could come in and cheat or whatever. So, yeah, it was pretty good. And it did prove once and for all, because I did see whenever they did fight, that one-on-one match, Roman Reigns could take down Bray Wyatt without a problem, without his big guys cheating. And yes, I know I'm wearing the Bray Wyatt shirt, and it was pretty cool. He was actually fighting with this shirt on. That was pretty awesome. I was like, dude, I got that same shirt. But yeah, I'm still I mean, if you put him against Roman Reigns, I'm still going to vote for Roman Reigns to win. This is a pretty cool shirt, though, I got to say. But, you know, you got to vote for, you got to root for the good guys most of the time anyway. So the next one after this is the New Day. This time it's just Big E and Coffee because Xavier Woods was taken out. They sent him to a table earlier on, and he's out. So this time there was no interfering or cheating or... I'll tell you what happened there. So New Day versus Dudley Boyz were the tag team champions. And of course the Dudley Boyz have been champions 9 times. If they win this time, they would be 10-time champions. And yeah, unfortunately it didn't go that way. One of the things that happened is that even though Xavier Woods wasn't there to cheat and stuff, they still did crap stuff. They had the saxophone that was all bent and stuff, I guess, from a previous match or whenever they bent his saxophone or whatever. And during the match, when the Dudley Boyz were busy fighting against Big E, I guess, Coffee would come in, throw the saxophone over to, I think his name is Bubba Ray, and then fall on his back and make it look like if Bubba Ray smacked him with the saxophone, like cheating, you know. And he was trying to get the referee's attention, you know, trying to pretend that he got hurt, and oh, he hit me with that, you know, trying to get them disqualified so that you know, yeah, so they would lose and all that stuff, because you know, even by disqualification, they'd still keep their titles. But no, the referee wouldn't buy it. He said, I didn't get to see it, so I didn't buy it, you know. But even so, they still did a quick pin, and the New Day still won. So the New Day are still champions, and the Dudley Boyz are, you know, well, I guess they gotta keep trying, or let's see if some other tag team can beat them. I don't know, but lots of people were upset with that. So then we had the champion, Charlotte. This is a Divas Championship match. We had Charlotte against Nikki Bella, and the other Divas are not allowed to be in the ring. So this time, you can have Team Bella cheat, or you can have, well, I guess Paige and them don't really cheat much, but you also do not have, like, Naomi probably coming in to interfere. None of that. It was just straight up Charlotte versus Nikki, and I do gotta say that Nikki was really brutal this time. For people that insult that she can't wrestle, she has no skill, she was really brutal here. She brought all the stops. She was really trying to severely injure Charlotte in the back and everything. And there was even a time that it cost her, because Charlotte almost had her in the figure 8 leg lock, but she just couldn't quite do it because her back was too injured. And yeah, I mean, Nikki was basically taking her apart, injuring the arm, doing lots of great moves, lots of damaging suplexes and damaging submission moves that targeted mostly the pain in her back that she caused Charlotte. But in the end, Charlotte still won. In the end, Charlotte still kicked her down and beat her and pinned her, and she won. And that was a pretty good fight. It was pretty intense. It showed how dangerous and how tough Nikki can be when she actually gets down to it without cheating, without doing magic or whatever. And Charlotte showed that she's badass enough to still overcome it and still win. And then, of course, when the match is over, then Paige and Becky Lynch came up and they congratulated her and all that stuff. And, you know, Paige acted all nice. I really kept expecting Paige to do something. She kept putting her arm around Charlotte's back. I was expecting her to do something. And if you've seen the episode of Raw, we see that Paige did, in fact, turn on them and attack them. She was acting overly nice these last couple of days, trying to get forgiveness, but we do see that Natalya was mysteriously injured in the locker room, and of course everyone knows that Paige did it, even though she's swearing up and down that she didn't do it. And now in the episode of Raw, she turned on both of them. So I guess this episode here, this pay-per-view match, was probably the last time we'll see PCB together. We'll see what happens to PCB after this, you know, or whatever. But at least for now, Charlotte won, Charlotte kept her title, and Nikki can just shut the hell up, because she did prove that she can take her down in a straight up one-on-one match without anyone else interfering and twin magic and other BS. So then we had Seth Rollins versus Kane and Demon Kane, because of course Kane came back with the red mask on, with the stipulation that if Kane loses the match, no more corporate Kane, he would be fired from the Authority, he wouldn't be there anymore. So yeah, they fought it out. It was a pretty intense match there. They did you know, it was a pretty good match there. Seth Rollins would do as usual. He would always like run away like a little bitch at first, but whenever he saw an advantage, he would still take it. And Yeah, it's a pretty good match. I can't really remember anything too spectacular. I know we still saw Kane do a choke slam or two to Seth Rollins. There were times he would jump off the rope and Kane would still catch him in the air and slam him and stuff like that. But unfortunately, in the end, Seth Rollins still got him in the pedigree and he won. And that's it. He keeps his title. And in my opinion, I'm surprised that he actually won. I was really hoping he would just lose already. Like, I guess people don't want to, I don't know if you want Kane to be like the world champion or whatever, but I just want Seth Rollins to lose his damn title. But the thing is, even though Kane is gone, even though corporate Kane is gone, it doesn't mean that Demon Kane is gone though. So we might see Kane as Demon Kane like from now on, like full times. That'll be kind of cool at least. But yeah, Seth Rollins won, blah blah blah. And then we have Kevin Owens versus Ryback for the Intercontinental title match. And wow, I was surprised. This is the first time in a while that the guy match, the male, whatever you want to call it, the superstar match, was a piss break instead of a Divas match. This fight was short, real short, and Ryback like almost didn't put that much offense on him, and then Kevin Owens grabbed him, popped a power bomb, the end. And I was like, what? I was expecting Ryback to actually kick out. That was the thing. It was so short. I mean, it's just started. Yeah, I know you do the super moves, but when you watch a wrestling match, sometimes when the people do the super moves right off the bat, the other guy still just kicks out because, hey, the match just started, they're just warming up. I was surprised that was it. That's it. So, whatever. Ryback lost. Whoa, okay. And Kevin Owens retains his title. Whoa, whatever. I hope they beat him somehow, but I guess he's going to be Intercontinental Champion. It just feels so unfair due to Ryback being sick for a while. I mean, he didn't really have that long of an Intercontinental title reign, So, finally we come here to Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker and the Hell of a Cell match. The third round, of course, the first round was in WrestleMania, the last one, not this one, and second round was at Night of Champions, and now we got this one. So, yeah, pretty intense match. Brock Lesnar was there, his dangerous powerhouse self. Undertaker was there, of course, he's kind of up there in age, so it was still kind of impressing us with how he can still do moves and everything. Yeah, it was still kind of... still kind of intense. Brock Lesnar still, took Undertaker to Suplex City, but Undertaker still was able to manage to survive. It was pretty intense. The final thing at the end was that Brock Lesnar managed to rip apart the ring and then remove all the protective mats and all that stuff and expose the actual wooden planks that's at the bottom of the ring and stuff. And he was hoping to take Undertaker down, but Undertaker still managed to grab him and do the choke slam on the exposed boards, and then grab him and do the tombstone power driver again on the exposed boards. And you would think like holy crap, this is it. Because one thing also is that Brock Lesnar was bleeding like hell too. He got smacked head first into the ring post thing, and he was bleeding badly, especially like above the eye and stuff, which is kind of weird. I noticed that Brock Lesnar, he always ends up bleeding a lot, like in the matches, like with Roman Reigns and all that too. So he was a bit of a disadvantage too, and Undertaker was trying to get him and all that. But unfortunately, after all that stuff, what's his name? Lesnar still grabbed him, did the F5 on the exposed board, and unfortunately, the Undertaker would not get up from that. He was pinned, 1, 2, 3, and I was super shocked. I was really shocked. The Undertaker lost. I mean, that was the day. I was not expecting it to end that way. I was really hoping that Undertaker would just win, because this was like the end of the match. And that means after this, they would not come after each other anymore. I mean, Undertaker is not on Raw or whatever anyway, right? But I was surprised that it went that route. I mean, I don't know. It's like, he's getting up there in age. He's not, I mean, I don't know how long he can keep this up, but I mean, if he's going to retire soon, do it like on a high note. What's the big deal of bringing back The Undertaker? I mean, honestly, in my opinion, he just should have won Night of Champions. That was the rematch. And they said to make it like this whole controversy, oh, he tapped out, oh, he didn't win, and blah, blah, blah. So now we got this one, and he still didn't win. I'm just surprised they did that. It's like, guys, if he's going to retire, let's say next year or so, let's do it on a high note. Let's like, why bring him out all this time, considering how I guess how up there in age he is, and you know, his leg problems. Like whenever he's down, it takes forever for him to get up. And I mean, these last matches we've heard that he's even collapsing backstage. So why do all that if he's gonna lose anyway? It's like Sting. They brought Sting in for 2 events, and they made him lose both times. And again, he's also kind of up there. It's like, why bring these guys back with all the hoopla and all the whatever, and they're just going to lose anyway, you know? Like, geez. I mean, at least Undertaker has a long history in a winning streak and whatever, but Sting, all he's done is lose lately, you know? But, anyways, Undertaker was there for a very long time. It took him like a long time to get back up. It was kind of hard to see, but the fans were still cheering and all that stuff. But to make things worse, I mean, and I feel bad for him, you know, because considering how injured he was. To make things worse, now Bray Wyatt, for whatever the hell reason, targeted him. So yes, Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Strowman all came out, all beat the crap out of him. There was no backup. I was surprised that, I mean, I was expecting at least Kane to show up, because now we got like the whole Demon Kane. You could have done like a burst of destruction kind of thing. But no one came to Undertaker's rescue. He just got beat down, you know, no mercy and whatever. And then he picked him up almost like a cross kind of thing and just carried him out that way. So I guess now we're going to start with a new feud about, I guess, Bray Wyatt after the Undertaker or something. And for people that keep asking why, well, you got to remember that this year at WrestleMania, Undertaker did beat Bray Wyatt. So, I mean, I guess it does kind of make sense to want a rematch on that. But wow, and I just felt so bad for Undertaker. I hope that I don't hear any stories about him collapsing again backstage after this, because wow, I mean, he took a lot of damage from Brock Lesnar, and for this to happen, you know, that's wow. So anyways, this good pay-per-view, entertaining though, but I gotta say, I was very disappointed with Undertaker. I mean, I don't know, he could have won. They should have just made him win. It was like the round 3, the end, blah, 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 blah. Undertaker should have just won, just to go on a high note. I mean, if they wanted to, they still could have gone with the Bray Wyatt bullshit after that, because maybe it'll make us happy, because, you know, like, the more stuff he does, we want to see him come out. You know, like the last matchup, we were disappointed that he lost due to the tap out, but it was pretty cool to see that, oh, so they're going to fight again, another Undertaker match. So he could have won this one, and then with the Bray Wyatt stuff, it would have get the fans enticed that, oh yeah, he's going to come back this, now he's going to have revenge on Bray Wyatt or something, you know. But, yeah, so basically speaking, Alberto the Rio, good surprise. Pretty awesome that he's back, but I wish the match was actually like longer. I'm glad Roman Reigns won. I'm glad Charlotte won. The New Day stuff, I don't even know what's the point anymore. It's just kind of boring by now. I guess maybe have Dudley Boyz win already, or have some other tag team go against them. Make the Lucha Dragons, I don't know, something. Rollins versus Kane, disappointed that Kane lost. Kevin Owens and Ryback, disappointed that Kevin Owens won, and that the match is so incredibly, embarrassingly short. That was weird. And disappointed that Undertaker lost. I do have to say, the match itself was pretty good, pretty intense. Lots of damage from both sides. I was disappointed that Undertaker lost. And like I said, he still could have won and end that little thing with Brock Lesnar. And he still could have brought in, you know, Bray Wyatt afterwards to do more shit if he wanted to, but I don't know. I don't see why he had to end it that way, you know? I don't know. But anyways, guys, that's my opinions of this pay-per-view. A lot of people have been kind of bashing it badly. I think nowadays people just like to bash it, like, just for the hell of bashing it. I don't think it was that bad. It's just, I guess maybe half of it was good, and these little quick matches, I don't know what the hell that was about. That was just weird. So anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on the pay-per-view? Are you happy that Undertaker lost or Brock Lesnar won? Are you happy that now Bray Wyatt's after him? Are you glad that Roman Reigns won the feud? What do you think of Alberto Del Rio? What do you think of all this stuff? What are your expectations for the Survivor Series? People are hoping to have like maybe a Bray Wyatt family against the Undertaker team or something for Survivor Series. That would be pretty cool. I mean, what do you guys think? So anyways, guys, that's it for this episode of WWE Aftershock. Mike Rodriguez here. See y'all next time. And again, check it out on the WWE Network, only $9.95 per month. So it's pretty cool. And see y'all next time.